All right, what is going on, guys? Another raw YouTube video. It's been a few days since I posted the last one, but I figured that I would change up the location since you guys haven't seen this. This is my living room. I currently don't have any furniture. Like you guys have seen probably on my social medias, you've been making fun of me, but I figured this would be a cool location to talk about a pretty important thing and just give you guys some insight on just perspective on what has happened over the last 30 days since moving into this apartment and what I've accomplished and what it feels like to accomplish what I have. So obviously you guys know from the title of this video, I made $65K in the month of July. And that's my biggest month ever. That's the most money I've ever made in a single month. It's the most money I've ever made ever. And it's pretty exciting. It's a good feeling for sure, you know, to hit a goal like that. But I kind of wanted to talk about just something I was thinking about and I've been thinking about recently. It's currently like August 3rd, but something I've been thinking about just in general is I'm not super happy. I'm really not super happy. I made $65K. I had my best month ever. You know, I beat a 50K month. I had a 52K month in October of 2024, and that was my best month up until, you know, July. But I'm not happy. I'm not happy with it. I'm obviously shooting for higher goals. Ever since I hit 50, I've wanted to hit 100K. And to be completely honest, I just kind of wanted to hop on here and share with you guys perspective as to what it's like to make that amount of money and to still feel complacent and still feel like you haven't done enough. And I talked about this on my Discord a little bit, but I just wanted to share it with you guys as well, and maybe it'll reach a little bit of a different audience. But it's just such a weird feeling. You know, I've accomplished a new goal. I've accomplished something that I've been striving for, right? Obviously, I haven't hit a new milestone. I've hit my best month ever. I could say I hit a 60K month, but I'm not really going in terms of 10K. Like, if I hit 70K next month, I'm not gonna be happy I hit 70. I'm gonna be, you know, I'm gonna be like, oh, I wanna hit 100. 100 is my new goal. That's the goal that I've been shooting for since I hit 50K, and if I don't hit that, then everything else kind of is just disappointing. And something that I've realized over time, and even just being in this online money space or entrepreneurship space, is no matter what goal you achieve, there's always going to be one, somebody out there who's better than you and who's achieving more than you, and two, another goal to chase, right? And as much as I want to be like, oh, don't compare yourself to other people, blah, 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 naturally, as a man and as someone who wants to be successful, you're going to compare yourself because that's just our nature. We're going to want to be better than somebody else. We're going to want to be the best version of ourselves, and we're going to want to be better than other men around us, right? Like even me, I don't want to be the kid that's like, oh, I make 65K in a month, and then there's like some other 19-year-olds, you know, that I know that are making multiple six figures, if not seven figures in a month. And I'm sitting here at 19 like, man, 65K is a singular day for them. Meanwhile, I'm like happy about it for the course of 30 days, you know? I don't know, it's just so hard. It's hard, and I'm obviously very blessed. I want to say that too. I'm very blessed to be in the position that I'm in, and I'm very thankful to God, the fact that I've even been able to accomplish what I have, and that He's allowed me to accomplish it in an environment like this, and the fact that I was even able to get to this place and get this new, you know, apartment, penthouse, whatever you want to call it. It's been a blessing, and I'm forever grateful and thankful, and I have to thank Him every single day and give Him all the glory. But at the same time, you know, I still feel like my own personal effort has been not lacking, but it hasn't been enough to achieve what I want to achieve. And every single day that I think about it, you know, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I made 65K, it's my best month ever, but at the same time, there's always more that can be achieved. And I think I'm always gonna feel that way. I'm always gonna wanna push for more. I'm always gonna feel like I'm not enough where I am because of the fact that there's always another goal. There's always something I'm chasing. I'm always shooting for another goal. You know, maybe I get a new watch and it's a 10K watch, right? I'm gonna want a 20K watch. I'm gonna want a 50K watch. I'm gonna want a 100K watch. And in day trading, it's hard because you can't be thinking that way, right? Obviously, I make money off of day trading. I also make money off of selling a mentorship, right? Everybody knows that. That's common knowledge. So, you know, scaling my trading capital, scaling my mentorship, helping more people, like those are all things that I can do to improve on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis. But at the same time, my income will always be reflected based on what I do in my efforts in those three things, right? And getting more people that I can help, getting more mentorship, and, you know, scaling my trading capital that I trade with, and making more per month using those systems that I currently have through my trading. But I don't know, it's so hard because at the same time, as much as I feel blessed and thankful and grateful, at the same time I'm like, man, this doesn't feel like what I thought it would. When I used to want money, when I used to feel like, you know, I'm not anywhere near where I want to be. I want to be somewhere better. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to make more trading. I want to make 10K a month trading. I want to make 20K a month trading. I want to make 50K a month trading. Every time that I achieved those goals, it was like, this feels really good for a second. I hit it, but now it's on to the next thing. And sometimes I think as entrepreneurs, if you're watching this video and you've achieved a goal, like sometimes you have to really sit and reflect and think on what you've done and what it took you to get there, right? Like as much as I can be feeling like I haven't done enough and feeling kind of complacent in my income, even though it's increasing on a monthly basis, I can still think about this. I can take the time and be like, you know what? 1 year ago in July of 2024, at the beginning of July 2024, I had $300 to my name. $300 from my paychecks from work when I was working at the gym. And now I'm at a position where in the month of July in 2025, I made $65,000. That is a full yearly salary for the majority of people. If you look in America and you look up the average single person's yearly income, I think it's like 50-something thousand, which is insane to me to think, because like when I think about making 65K in a month, I'm like, man, I'm still not even crushing it like I think I am. You know, maybe I'm in the top 1% of 19-year-olds, but I don't want to be in the top 1% of 19-year-olds. I want to be in the top 1% of the world, you know, and that's like billionaires. So, you know, I really do have to think back on my process and what it took to get here, right? Like 6 months into it, I had made my first 50K month. 8 months into it, I had my first multiple six figures in income earnings over the course of, you know, my trading journey. 8 months into it, I hit another, you know, six figures, right? I've probably made about $400,000, maybe $500,000 in the last year. But it's insane to me to think that I've come this far and I can still feel complacent and still feel like I'm not doing enough. And something that I'm really just thankful for is the fact that God's given me that mindset in general. And you can obviously make this out to be a bad video, right? You can make this out to be a bad thing, you know, oh, he makes all this money, he makes money and he's still not, you know, happy with it, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, you could flip it and be like, you know, you make all this money, I make a decent amount of money. I'm not trying to be boastful or anything like that. I'm very blessed to be where I am, and I know God can take it away at any moment. I make a decent bit of money for someone my age, right? That's what I'll say. And I still feel like I want more, and I'm thankful for that mindset, because I know that if I were to get complacent after hitting a goal or hitting a milestone, that would only be to my own downfall, you know. I would hit that goal, I would hit that milestone, and then I would feel like, you know what, I don't need to work hard anymore. I don't need to push for another goal. I don't need to continue to improve my trading and improve my mentorship, grow my social media, grow this platform, grow that platform, build more systems, help more people. I wouldn't feel like I need to do those things because I'm complacent where I am, and I'm thankful that I don't feel that way. I'm thankful every single day that I don't feel that way. But it's a blessing and a curse, because when I hit 100K months, I know I'm going to be like, man, now it's time for 250. When I hit 250, I'm going to want $500,000. When I hit $500,000, I'm going to want $1 million. It's just going to be a vicious cycle. But at the end of the day, as men, what we can do is we can take this money, we can take these blessings that we've received, and we can use them to bless other people. At least for me, one of my biggest goals in making money is just to be able to bless my family, my current family, and my future family, and the generations that are to come. That's my biggest goal within making money, is to be able to share that blessing with people that I care about within my circle, right? Whether that's my friends, my family, people that I care about. I want to be able to share that blessing with them and spread the wealth, if you want to say that. And I just, yeah, I'm super blessed to be where I am. And something I was thinking about too, and guys, this is a raw video. I'm just yapping. I don't have any direction with this video, anything. I'm going to title it, I made 65K in a month and I'm still not happy. That's just my clickbait title. I have no direction with this video. I'm just explaining to you guys how I'm thinking, what my thought process is after I've hit this new milestone in my trading career, and I'm hoping that in this August, I'm going to hit another milestone. I'm up 11K in the last 3 days, which puts me on pace to hit 100K, but I need to keep that pace for the rest of the month. So I'm very blessed, I'm very thankful, I'm super excited. Hopefully by the 15th of the month, I'll be 50K deep, and I'll be able to tell you guys that I'm on pace for 100K month. But we will see if God allows that to happen. I'm going to continue to work and continue to put effort in every single day. But what I was saying is, I was thinking about it, and if I were to make 50K a month, right, which seems like a lot of money, if I were to make 50K a month for a year straight, I would only make 600K in a year. That's it. And not to be like, oh, that's not a lot of money, but think about it. There are people out there who make millions a year, multiple millions. Like in my mind now, making $1 million in a year is just like the benchmark. It's like the new, like that's it. You should be hitting that. And to make $1 million in a year, you need to make $83,000 a month. I've done the math. I've thought about it 1,000 different times. When I make $1 million in a year, what I need to make in a month to be able to achieve that, right? 600K is 50K a month for 12 months. That's not that much money in the grand scheme of things. There are multi-millionaires. There are people who have cars that are worth that amount of money. There is so much money in the world to be made. Like I could literally make 100K in a singular day and the world would not change in the slightest. I could make $1 million in a day and the world will not change in the slightest. There's billions and trillions of dollars out there to be made and to be taken by you. Money is not made. Money is exchanged between people. Money is taken from people. Money is earned from people. That's how it works. That's how all of this works, right? When I request a payout on Top Step, that's me taking money from Top Step. They already had that money. And before they had that money, someone else had that money. Money is never made. The only people who make money are the banks. They make it on a screen, right? I'm just taking money, right, from different people. They're exchanging, they're giving it to me. So if I had a $1,000 product that 1 million people liked, right, and I sold that $1,000 product to 1 million people, I could do it all in one day. I could do it in 10 days. I could do it in 30 days. But the fact is that I need to find those 1 million people first and get that money and have them all send it to me at once. And it would just be like, that's how much money I make. And now my status is higher because I have so much more money, whatever. All I need to do is take $1,000 and get it from 1 million different people, right? Or let's say I have a $500 product and I need 1,000 people. $500 product. $500 is not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. And 1,000 people out of the billions of people in the world is not a lot of people, right? And I could have $500,000 if I just found those 1,000 people to buy a $500 product one time. Think about it. Money is so easily attainable, it's insane. And so me thinking like, okay, I made 65K in a month, I'm like, there are people who can make that in a singular day. I know people who make that in a singular day, right? Money is so easy to attain. So like in my mind, I made that much money. Now I've done it, I've accomplished it, it's time for the next thing. And I'm always gonna think that way. Forever I'm gonna think that way. It's getting really dark. Hopefully you guys can still see me. But yeah, that's really like, that's my message of this video that I wanna relay to you guys, is the fact that money is so easily attainable that you should always be shooting for more, always pursuing more, always wanting more. And you can make a lot of money and you can be grateful and thankful, and that's always what you should do first, is every time you make a lot of money or every time you achieve a new goal, or even when you're not achieving new goals, even the fact that you're alive, you should be thankful to God every single day and you should give Him that thanks, even in the bad times. But what I was gonna say is, when you make that money, understand that there's always more. There's always more, and the people who think that way are the people who are gonna be successful long term. The people who hit a goal and stay complacent are people who shouldn't be setting goals in the first place. So if you know that that's your characteristic, to set a goal and to hit it and become complacent, stop setting goals for yourself. Stop setting goals. Or set goals that are so ridiculous that it will take you a long time to achieve them, and through that time that it takes you to achieve it, you're gonna probably find new values and morals that you're going to have to not be complacent once you hit that goal, right? But yeah, I wanted to hop on and just give you guys that perspective, and hopefully this helps. This was like a 14-minute yap session pretty much. But hopefully that helps. If you guys have any more ideas on videos that you have for me, like please leave them in the comments below. Let me know, because I really do want to know more video ideas that you guys have, and more topics that you guys want me to talk about, more things that I can give you guys perspective on from me as a 19-year-old who's going to make $1 million in the year of 2025. Just give me more perspective. Give me more perspective. Give me ideas that you guys want me to touch on, topics, anything like that, whether it's trading related, life related, money related. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Peace out.